Hi everybody, this is Laura
and Arnie
with Krazy Kool Cakes. Today we're going to be teaching you how to make the best vanilla butter cake in the world. We get asked for our vanilla cake recipe all the time. We got our cake recipe from our favorite cake guru, Warren Brown. This is our go-to recipe, and it's the perfect cake to cover in fondant.
We're going to be baking 3 8-inch cakes, so we'll need a double batch of this recipe.
You can find the recipe in the Show More section underneath our video.
We're starting with 28 ounces of extra fine granulated sugar. Then to that, I'm going to add 3 sticks of unsalted butter that have already come to room temperature. I'm going to set this on the mixer, then I'm going to get my dry ingredients ready. Now I'm going to place 14 ounces of unbleached flour into a mixing bowl, along with 4 ounces of the secret ingredient that makes this recipe. This is potato starch. If you're substituting this with any other ingredient, then you're not making this recipe. Next we add 3 teaspoons of baking powder, along with 2 teaspoons of salt. Then I'm going to do a really good job of whisking all my dry ingredients together. I'm going to set that off to the side to prepare my wet ingredients. I've already poured 2 cups of half and half into my measuring cup, and to that I'll be adding 4 tablespoons of brandy. Feel free to use the brandy of your liking. Remember, just 4, okay? And last but not least, 2 tablespoons of pure vanilla extract, and then just mix it all together. Now we're going to put on our paddle attachment and mix our sugar and our butter on the very first setting. I let that run for about 3 to 5 minutes until I see everything is mixed well together. Just like this. I'm going to add 8 eggs one at a time, and what I like to do is pierce each one so that it incorporates faster in the batter. I let each egg mix for 10 seconds before I add the next one. After I add the last egg, I let it mix for about 2 minutes, and then it reaches this consistency. I'm going to stop the mixer here and scrape as much as I can so there's no clumps. The sides, the bottom, everything. I'm going to set the mixer on the first setting again and let that run for a little bit. And then I'm going to add my pouring shield. This helps me avoid lots of big messes. Now I'm going to add most of my dry ingredients, and I'm going to do this in small portions. How's that looking, sweetie?
Pretty good, baby. And since you're making it, I know it's going to come out really good.
Once I've added most of my dry ingredients, I'm going to pour all of my liquid ingredients in. After that, I'll add the last of my dry ingredients. It is now safe to remove the pouring shield, and then I'm going to let it mix for another minute or so. It's time to stop and scrape again. I like to make sure there's no clumps in my batter. One last go around for about another minute. And we're done. And this is how you want it to look. We like to line our pans with parchment paper and then give it a good dousing of baker's spray. Alright, I finally get to fill our cake pans. I like to fill them about halfway. As you can see, this is the perfect amount of batter for 3 8-inch cake pans. Call me picky, but I like to make sure our cakes are nice and even. Our convection oven is preheating at 335 degrees. If you have a conventional oven, set that at 350. Into the oven we go! Make sure and place them on the center rack.
You know they're ready when the tops are a nice even blonde color and the sides of the cake begin to pull away from the pans. Ours usually take about how long, sweetie?
Oh, about 35 minutes.
Oh my gosh, those smell divine.
Okay, this is where you take over, sweetie.
Here are beautifully baked and delicious vanilla butter cakes. If you've ever wondered about the cakes you've seen in our tutorials, this is it. This is the most delicious vanilla cake we've ever tasted, and it's so easy to work with. I especially love it because although it is moist, it's very strong. Perfect for covering in fondant and heavy decorations. Good job baking, baby.
It was all my pleasure, baby.
We hope you enjoyed this tutorial, everybody, and we'd like to invite you to check out all of our other awesome tutorials. We'd also like to invite you to join us on our social media. You can find all the links underneath the video.
Thanks for watching, everybody, and happy baking!
Goodbye, everybody. God bless you.